everyone. Welcome to Take Two Radio Junior. This is episode number 6, and I'm Pam. Today we have Drea as the host, as always. Hello, Drea.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm eating Hershey's cookies and cream right now. It's delicious. You know, have a sweet tooth.
Well, it's time to stop that because now it's time to speak to our lovely guest today. And we don't want no chomping in the ears. You know, we try to tell our children, do not chew and talk at the same time. That's not nice.
Absolutely not. And that's what I'm not going to do. But that was a free advertisement for Hershey's.
Can't blame you. Well, today we have Elizabeth-Lorayne, and she is the author of the children's book called The-Adventures-of-Piratess-til. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her on now so that way you, Andrea, can talk to Elizabeth.
Hi.
As soon as it's class. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, how was your day today? Like the weather?
It was pretty good. It's exciting that it's the International Women's Day.
Yes! I mentioned that to Pam. It is National Women's Day.
Yeah, so that's always exciting.
It was really exciting because, you know, girls rule. Who run the world? Girls. The women. But yes. So I'm excited because you're our third author, I think, on the show so far that I'm interviewing. And I love when the authors are reading their own books because it's like, you know, you bring your own characters to life. And I think the kids enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I think so. And you're studying to be a teacher?
Absolutely. I want to be a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great age.
Yes, I love kindergarten. Now, I'm ready to ask you a few questions about your book. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right. My first question is Piratess-til the first book you've ever written?
It is the first book I've ever written, and hopefully not the last.
Ooh, so there's probably part 2 of Piratess-til in the making?
I'm working on it. Yes.
That's exciting. And was it like difficult to like create your put your ideas on paper?
You know, it wasn't. It really came to me pretty quickly. We'd been traveling, and I don't know, her story just kind of crept up in the back of my mind, and it just came out pretty quickly. I mean, I refined it obviously over several months, and even as the illustrator was working, I was still nitpicking at word choices and, really getting exactly to the point that I wanted. But no, it came forth pretty easily.
That's really cool. So what inspired you to write a children's book?
Well, I guess a lot of things. I felt inspired by writing in haiku, and the restriction with that and being 17 syllables and really forcing me to choose my words wisely and not ramble on. And I really wanted to have a strong female character out there for my own daughter. And so Piratess-til just seemed like the perfect one. She goes off and explores the Galapagos Islands, leading her crew of orphaned brothers that she picked up, along all of her different voyages around the world. And they happen upon these pirates kidnapping baby giant tortoises, so they have to go rescue them. And I just really wanted a strong character.
That's awesome. So when children read it, they feel motivated and that the character is strong and could relate to the character in a way with all the adventures.
I hope so. And I think that with it being related to nature, I think so many kids, I think there's just an innate love for nature. And I know I loved spending countless hours outside as a kid. And I want to bring kids back to that They don't have to be inside all the time and, on the computer and whatnot. I really want to have kids outside again. And I thought this was a great way. And I just was very inspired by that.
Well, kids, you heard that. You could buy the book and sit under a tree and read it and enjoy a nice sunny day. Cup of French fruit punch. Why not? And then
that's a great
open
idea.
your imagination. Yeah, definitely. And okay, I see that Karen Watson is the illustrator for your book. The watercolors are really pretty. How did you and Karen get together?
Well, we're actually both members of the Society of Children's Writers and Illustrators. Mm-hmm. And since I published the book myself, I went on, and through there they have, I don't even know, hundreds of illustrators and their portfolios available to peruse. So I went through many, many, many portfolios, and I just loved her work. I emailed her, and it was so funny because when I emailed her, her mom was actually visiting the Galapagos Islands right as I emailed her. So it just seemed even more of a perfect fit that then she would illustrate a book that takes place in the Galapagos Islands. So she loved it and obviously felt inspired by it as well. So then we collaborated. I sent her lots of ideas, and she had some wonderful ones as well. So we did this together.
Oh, I heard you, but my phone was acting up. But you got to. So you emailed her, and then the mother, and you were in the island. That's really cool. That was like a coincidence, or that was like, yes, we gotta get this book together and the pictures.
Absolutely, it was very synchronistic.
That's awesome. That's really. Now, in the future, of course, when you said that you are thinking about making books in the future, do you think that schools should use these, Pirates-til as a kids' curriculum in this book?
Sorry, what was that?
To use your books, like in the future, if you make like a series of Pirates-til,
I'd love
use them
to,
for your curriculum. I think, that would be great. I'm really excited for you to read the story.
Thank you. Yeah, I think a whole series of having her travel around the world and showing off the different flora and fauna and getting into all sorts of adventures will be really inspiring to kids, and especially girls, and showing them that they can be adventurers and they can be scientists, and, they can do whatever they want if they really want to.
Yep, you just have to put your mind into it, and practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
So, does Pirates-til remind you of yourself in a way?
She does. I think she does, certainly. Like I said, when I was little, I would spend a lot of time outside, and I boated a lot as a child, so I spent a lot of time on the water and playing, on the docks and by the water, and it was always very calming and inspiring to me, and I think it probably inspired a lot of this and affected me a lot more than I realized. I mean, I've always lived near the water, and I love being close to it. So yes, I definitely think there's a part of her that's me. And even when I was little, many kids want to save the earth, want to reduce, reuse, recycle, and, do whatever they can. And we tend to lose that as we get older, I think, sometimes. And when I was little, I remember starting a little Save the Earth Club in my neighborhood, and we would pick up the trash and hang up signs to encourage people to recycle. And, that definitely is part of the story here, for sure.
Wow, that's really interesting, cool, and that's very motivational and, of course, inspiring because, yes, definitely nature is important to us and we should take care of it. And that you took leadership of a club.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a couple of friends.
Oh, that's so sweet. But I think you should take leadership on reading the story.
Oh, absolutely. So, The Adventures of Piratess-til. And I'm going to read from the book so I can see the beautiful illustrations by Karen Watson. She sails the high seas with her band of skilled brothers, Piratess-til. A great worldly crew, each found wandering the docks, sailing ship Foster. From 7 countries, the brothers form a tight bond, all loving Tilly. She rescued her friend, a happy marsupial, Koala Yuki. Patches head to toe, a network of history, her clothing scrapbook. Strung on red ribbon, best tool for adventuring, an heirloom compass. Yuki navigates from the moonlit stars above, a nautical chart. Together they roam, day and night observing life, young naturalists. Staterooms full of books, Darwin and Potter inspire, lofty dreams unfold. Hoisting the mainsail, the Galapagos Islands, Tilly at the helm. Wind in Tilly's hair, nowhere better to study, nature as teacher. Many days passing, best used for examining. What would Darwin think? Yuki mixes paints, Tilly sketches artifacts, cataloging finds. On red plush pillows, they study their specimens, all safe in glass jars. These long days at sea require them to snuggle, warm in their cabins. Morning approaches. Broken shells scatter topside. Success. Land ahead. Such a striking scene. Black lava rock and lagoons. Views beyond compare. Just off the port side. Magnificence of the sea. Humpback whales surface. Look up and follow. Black wings and beaks full of fish. Blue-footed boobies. Distant playful cries. Watch the sea lions play catch. Marine iguanas. On oceans so blue, they find exploits aplenty. Studying sea life. What's that? Over there. 8 pairs of eyes following Yuki's outstretched arm. Pirate smuggling. Baby giant tortoises. Adventure awaits. We must rescue them. Team Foster draws up their plan, moonlight at their backs. Rainfall masks their cause, rowing their dragon boat launch, dangerous pursuit. Best plan of attack, scurry up the anchor line, into cannon bays. Stealthily searching, they find the trembling babies, messy pirate ship. Surfing on their heels, down lines and into the launch. Rescue accomplished. Can't delay too long. More expeditions ahead. Happy reunion. Good night, dear Yuki. Sleep well, strong crewmate brothers. Until tomorrow. The end. Yay! It's a little shorter since it's written in haiku.
Well, it's cool because I was like listening and counting along because I'm 5, okay, 7 and 5. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It was really adventurous.
Yes, it is. It's amazing what you can do with the haiku, form. I never thought I would write a book like that in haiku.
That's really unique, and I love that about it. Can you tell where the audience, the kids, where to get this book?
Sure. You can get it on our website, pirates-til.com. It's also on Amazon. And the website's probably the best place, but Amazon is great too.
pirates-til.com. You heard that, kids. And is there any way we can contact you, like follow you, like a Facebook fan page?
Sure, there's a Piratess-Tilly Facebook page, and then we're also on Twitter, which is Piratess-Tilly.
You heard that, parents, at Piratess-Tilly on Twitter, and also the Facebook page, Piratess-Tilly. It was such
on the website, too, there's you can download a coloring page, and there's a glossary, because there's some words in there that might need some help being defined. And there's a blog. I definitely am trying to get kids active with the whole adventure. So check out the website for sure.
That's really cool. And you also on the blog, I guess you're gonna take photography, like photos of like nature and flowers and stuff, and add it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm full of ideas, but that's really cool. You heard that? Piratess-Tilly.com. You could download a coloring page, and also it has a glossary with the words that you can define and explain to your children, because words can be kind of difficult. And yeah, it's good to learn new words.
Yes, absolutely.
So it was such an honor for me to interview you. I'm sorry, my phone had technical difficulties before. Now I hear you perfectly fine. What? Gotta love technology. And thank you for reading the book. We'll definitely, I know Pam is definitely going to post the links on our website on Take2RadioJunior.com. I know you check out the website. Yep. And It was such a pleasure, and hopefully we can't wait to have you on future shows.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Very welcome, Pam. You have anything to say?
Yes, I just want to say I enjoyed the book very much, and I look forward to your next book, whatever it may be. And I was just wondering, you said this inspired you from your travels. Were you going on different travels all at one time, or was this throughout your life?
Throughout my life. I mean, inspired a lot by where I'm from, Seattle, Washington, the Pacific Northwest. We would boat a lot there and up into Canada. And of course, I've traveled elsewhere. But I think being on the water is probably what inspired a lot of us the most.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I used to do that when I was little with my dad and my mom and brother and sister. So, those a lot of those memories, of course, the good memories stay with you as you become an adult, and that way you can share that with others. But usually you just share it with your own children or your grandchildren or your nieces and nephews. But here you put it into words, and you're able to share that with the kids of the world. And I think that is so wonderful, and I thank you for doing that.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. And just so everybody knows that's listening in, Piratess-Tilly, we have to spell that for them. It's Piratess and then Tilly. And so go to Piratess-Tilly.com as well as at Piratess-Tilly on Twitter and Facebook. So thanks again, Elizabeth, for joining us. You have a wonderful evening, and we'll chat again soon. Please keep in touch with us, okay?
Thank you. Will do.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I love hearing them read their own books. Like you said, they put their own personalization. They bring their own characters to life like nobody else can. You could have read that book and put your own spin on it, but it's so much more personal when the author actually does it. So, they know how they know how they want their characters to sound. So, and it's really, really different to have somebody do a book in haiku. I would never have thought to do something like that. Right?
That was so unique. I was so excited when you told me it was a haiku. I'm like, oh my goodness, I love haikus.
Yeah.
My first haiku was about a flower, and I wrote it in 3rd grade.
Really? Ah, That's so cute. Well, I don't think I've ever written one. I know I've read quite a few of them, but I almost think it's maybe easier to write a haiku than it is to write a poem, because then you have to think, with poems, you have to think about what rhymes, and you got to make sure it goes together and things like that. But,
no.
No.
I have 5 syllables
so
here. Ready? Listen
go ahead.
us every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Right?
There you go.
Wait, I'm missing 4 more. With Drea and Pam. There we go.
You're so goofy.
Well,
I hope everybody enjoyed the show and enjoyed the story of Piratess Tilly. We will be back again on April. Let me just double check here. I was pulling that up.
April.
Wait. Let me look.
Wait, what?
Is it March is our next one? Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm getting ahead of myself with dates here because I was just looking. I just booked a guest for April, so that's stuck in my head. So, no, it's going to be March. Let's see. March 22nd. 22nd is what I have written here. Oh, my gosh, if I swear. I am so bad with dates, and you know what it is? With having 3 shows, I don't know, I'm looking now. With having 3 shows and multiple guests on every single show and on different days of the week, and this one only goes twice a month, it just, throws it off. So while I'm waiting for my calendar to come up, our guest is going to be Jeremy Rose, and he's the author of a book called The Frog and the Fly.
Ooh.
So that should be really, really interesting. And yes, I'm right. It is March 22nd. I'm looking at my calendar right now.
March 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. So we will have Jeremy calling in to talk about his book, how it came about and such, and also read it.
A frog and a fly. Don't frogs do flies?
Well, we'll have to find out, won't we?
Yeah, we definitely do. We have to find out. Now I'm very, very interested.
Yes, we'll have to find out. We'll have to see if the frog ate the fly or if they became friends. Just because you're born to do something one way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. You learn how to do it another way, and then you make lots of friends. As you can tell when you see, right? Now, naturally you think of cats and dogs not getting along. Well, when they're raised together and you show them each other when they're little, they become friends. So there you go. Let's see what happens with this book. So thanks again, everybody, for listening. Be sure to check out our website at Take Two Radio Junior. That's with the number 2, TakeTwoRadioJunior.com.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Twitter at Take Two Radio Junior. And also like our Facebook page by the same name. Pretty much if you put Take Two Radio Junior in anywhere, you're going to find us. And Drea, what's your Twitter name?
My Twitter's at CallHerDreaX3. And also, if you missed the show, you could hear the radio show on the link that we post on the website and on the Facebook page. And you also could download a podcast on iTunes, which is awesome. Ask your parents for permission for that. And the author's book is Piratess Tilly, P-I, help me here. P-I.
Yeah, if P-I-L-L-Y. Piratess is P-I-R-A-T-E-S-S. Now, look, you got me messing up.
We'll make sure we post the link on the website. And
they are.
On Twitter. Parents, you're welcome to retweet it and download that coloring page.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun because you can do a lot of different things with that, and you can put it, download it more than once and do it with a bunch of your friends and see what you all can come up with.
Hang it on the fridge.
Right,
like a word
exactly.
Game. Yeah. It was so sweet to have Elizabeth on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. On the website, it has upcoming shows. It has the podcast link, and you can also download it from Blog Talk, where we do our show from. So if you click on the link, once the show comes up, then there's a download button there, so you can go ahead and download it from there as well as from iTunes, and it's all free, so that's a good thing. We're also on Stitcher, and that's an app that you can use from the phone. You can listen that way. We're on tunedin.com. We're pretty much all over the place, but the easiest way to get to us is just go to the website and pull up the link from there. So with that, we're going to say thanks, everybody, for listening. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again on March 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Jeremy to talk about his book. And thanks again, Andrea. I know you want to be called Drea, but I can't help it. I like Andrea. Thanks again,
Drea,
Andrea, for hosting.
You're close.
Thanks again for hosting the show. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night and enjoy your week.
Bye-bye.